Alright, so this is a tutorial for winding wetlands, showcasing a couple of things I found to make this a bit easier. Not like consistent to where I get it every time, but to where I do get it a lot more than I used to. So the first thing is where you want to aim. You want to aim kind of right here about. Like where that wall ends, pretty much. Because if you go too... Here, let me back up. If you go too close to this wall, you're not going to get enough height. But another thing is if you go at it dead on, you're also not going to get enough height. You kind of have to be turning as well. Also, if you let go of your boost too close, then you're not going to get enough height, or you're not going to get enough distance. I mean, that was pretty good distance. I did get the skip, but I find a lot of times it doesn't give you enough distance if you do it that way. And if you're aiming where I am aiming, then you don't get enough height sometimes. So, kind of aim towards there and let go a bit before you get there. And you do kind of have to be lined up sideways with it. I think that first time I was a bit too straight on with it. So, something about going over here. Actually, I'm going to talk about that later. So when you do get in the air, you want to aim to as close to the goal line as possible. Try and get the elevator. If you don't have enough distance, then you want to just go as left as possible to get into the kill plane, because that'll sometimes spawn you behind the lap. Although sometimes it can spawn you in front of the lap and not count the lap, or spawn you behind the lap, but it still won't count. Oh, I find that doesn't happen too often. Yeah, the last thing is really on this is that you can get a elevator too early, and that will cause you to go back inbounds before you want to. Although I do think it would be better if you go back inbounds too early to get another shot at getting the elevator than to spawn in the grape shortcut. But yeah, there was going behind the lap and it not counting. But yeah, sometimes you can actually get it to where you get the elevator and land like right here, and it'll still count the lap. So even if you're like not exactly behind it, you could still get it if you're on the lap. The only thing really about this that I don't know how to get consistently is the double lap trigger. I am not entirely sure how that works. Just try and get as close to the lap as possible, I'd imagine is how that would work, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, the last part is if you do end up here and you don't want to reset, you can do another skip here that is kind of tricky. What I recommend is trying to aim towards that log right there and try and hit it straight forward. So something like this. Alright, that was... I probably let go way too early there. Yeah, this part is like really awful. But yeah, you want to... I believe it's kind of split in half. It may not be exactly half, but one half, the left side, if you are too close to the left, it'll push you back. And you'll have to do the skip, try the skip again. If you get on the right half, it'll push you farther in the lap. I don't know why I did not count the lap there. But yeah, that's pretty much it.